Hi, this is James Kendrick with jkOnTheRun.com, coming to you today with a brief video overlook of the Celio Redfly. Let's get on over here and have a look at this Redfly, shall we? Don't worry, I'll zoom in here in just a minute. Now, first thing you may be aware of today, let's zoom in a little bit. Because I'm doing something new today for the first time. I have installed 1,000 watt studio photographic lighting. So hopefully you're going to see some really good lighting from now on my videos and photographs here at JK on the Run. But okay, enough of that. Let's get into the Celio Redfly, which is a smartphone mobile companion. And the Redfly, well, let's get their thing right there and their little logo. As you can see, it's almost exactly the same size as the EPC. This is a prototype. It's not a production unit. They're not available yet. And if we look around, besides the nice color, and it's very well constructed, I'm impressed with the feel of the Redfly. It feels very solid in the hands, but not too heavy. It's about 2 pounds. On the back, we've got the power jack here, 2 USB 2.0 ports, VGA out, monitor for doing presentations, for example, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing on the side, other side, the front, and on this side we have just the power switch, which is real handy. It's nice and big. You just tap it and it comes on. And I'm going to show you how well this works. And I'm testing this with the AT&T Tilt, which is okay in its own right, but it's not. Yeah, it's all right. I'm not thrilled with it, but then again, I like my Advantage, right? But I'm testing it with the Tilt, which is on the certified list of devices that it works with, and there you go, you can see it. But here, what I'm going to show you today is how you use the thing, because to me that is what makes this so phenomenal, is the way that it works. Now, the first thing that you have to understand is that the Celio Redfly, and let's open it up so you can take a look at it, and I'll zoom in on it, don't worry, so you'll be able to see it nice. Let's move up a little bit. Just trying to get it nice and situated so you can see the whole thing here. Now, what the Redfly is a companion device for Windows Mobile smartphones. And all it does, it has no processor on board, no memory, no storage, nothing. Which to me is one of the strengths and advantages of the Redfly's design by Celio. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. But as you can see, it's a small laptop form factor. It's very light and easy to move around. It's very simple to manipulate. It's got a full QWERTY keyboard, and if you look on the top row here, you see standard Windows Mobile, today's screen, email, web browser, send and end for phone calls on the phone, left and right menu button, you know, kind of like the smartphone thing, OK button, brightness up and down, and I'll show you that in use. Then there's a, oops, sorry about that, brightness up and down, OK button. This shoots it to the external monitor for presentations, and this is the Bluetooth connection button, which you're going to see that in a minute. And then the rest of this is pretty much standard QWERTY keyboard. Okay, nice and functional and very well done in my opinion. So let's show you how you might use it. Okay, let's say you're a mobile professional and you've got your Windows Mobile smartphone in your pocket or your holster or on your belt or wherever you keep it in your bag, and you got a few free minutes, so you decide, you know what, I need to check my email. Let me Let me go see if I've got any. So all you have to do is pull this out of your bag, pop it open, and hit the on button. You see how fast this is. You get the Redfly menu, and down here in the bottom you have a little, in fact I'll show that to you. You have a little indicator which is always accessible that shows you connectivity. It went away. Look at this, the trackpad is, you probably can't see my finger, but I'm actually moving it to the corner. Battery level indicator, num lock, and caps lock indicator. So anyway, you've got this in your bag, you pull it out, got to do some email real quick. Hit the on button like I showed you. Second later this came up. Then you hit the Bluetooth connect button. Now I've got two devices. I'm going to actually delete the Advantage for now so I can show you this in earnest how easy it really is. Okay, I'm going to cancel out of this now. You hit the Bluetooth button, and since I've only got the one device, it hooks up. Look how fast this is. And this now is displaying at an 800 by 480 resolution, true resolution. It is displaying the today screen from the AT&T Tilt, which, as you can see, it goes blank when the Redfly is up. Now, what makes this so interesting is that what you have to realize is the Redfly, when it's on like now, is using the processor, memory, storage, everything on the phone itself. There is nothing here internal, and that's what makes it, gives it its strength. All it does is expand the display to the bigger screen and give you a nice touch typeable keyboard for your Windows mobile phone. You've got this nice touchpad. See how I'm moving the cursor around on the screen with two buttons, which is pretty cool. So anyway, like I said, you're the professional, you've hit the button. I tell you what, let's disconnect. I'll show you how quick that is. We're disconnected already. So we turn it off, and there we go. So anyway, back to our scenario. We are the mobile professional, want to check our email. We hit the on button. That comes up in a second. We hit the Bluetooth connect button. That comes up, and in less than 2 seconds now, we're going to find us online and ready to go with our phone. Alright, so we want to check our email. Now, what you have to understand, since you're using the phone, Windows Mobile, and it's designed for the enterprise, not the individual user, remember that. So that means that your phone is set up using the corporate Exchange server. I use an Exchange server, so that's actually pertinent to me. So you come in here to messaging, and you can do whatever. Now, had I had messages, I didn't show any messages, or I would have gone straight to them. Okay, but let me check my pop email. I have it set up here. I've got my Exchange server set up and one pop account, so it handles them both just as well as the phone. So I can go to the right menu button here. I didn't hit it. There we go. I don't know if you see that came up. Options or delete, which I don't want to do. Remember, all you're doing is displaying your Windows mobile smartphone here. So I'm going to go online, check. I'm doing a send receive to see if I can get any email. No, I don't have any email, of course. It's on video, right? So the OK button works just as you'd expect in Windows Mobile, and I'm back to the Today screen, which I'll move this up so you can actually see what I'm seeing, which is my Today screen on the tilt. I've got my Pocket Informant stuff showing. Tomorrow's Easter, and so you're free to work with the touchpad, and I'm using the touchpad. I'm finding it pretty useful. Of course, I could also have done the Windows menu button just like on many smartphones. See how that's popping down and going away. And what's impressive and important to remember is You see how fast everything. Let me look at that. I told it to go to the Office Mobile folder, and there we go. In fact, let's fire up Excel. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so you can actually see how well this is displaying stuff on the screen. I'm trying to get it. Sorry about that. Don't want to make you seasick. But I want you to see what I see, which is how well the screen is blown up. It's rastered up to 800 by 480 just nicely. Oops. Having a hard time here. Hang on. Here we go. Alright. Why is this? There we go. It's just... Sorry, my tripod is getting stuck here. Sorry about that, peeps. Alright. Let's fire up Office Mobile. See, I'm using the trackpad. So I'm sitting sideways, so it's not as straightforward as I want. We're firing up Excel. It looks the same. It's Excel Mobile, which comes on the tilt. Let's fire up a spreadsheet. So here we've got a decent sized spreadsheet with a graph. Now see how you see a lot of screen real estate. You can interact with it. It means you can actually get a lot done, and I think that's important. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is over here in the view menu is where I meant to be. I am going to zoom this up so you can shrink it out 75%, so you can see how you can really see a lot of cells on the spreadsheet. I mean, look at that. Really, really awesome. So what this means to me is that the mobile professional who does primarily email, interacting with office documents, you know, attachments, whatever, that this device can be very, very productive. Let's fire up a PowerPoint Mobile. I'll show you a presentation. Now remember, with PowerPoint Mobile, I don't believe you can edit presentations, but you can display them and interact with them. Let's see, this is the Redfly intro presentation. I'm going to fire it up so you can see. But basically the speed is whatever the speed of the phone is. And I'm finding that with this tilt and with the Advantage, which I've tried it too, the speed is very nice. So we can go through here. I'm stepping through the different slides. And see, you're seeing how good the resolution is on this expanded screen. Now, you're also seeing some striping horizontal. That's a display resolution thing, because I don't see that here. I'm just seeing it on the video. But anyway, we're doing all of that. That's PowerPoint Mobile. And I'm going to close that out and see what else we've got up here. Let's go to the Programs folder real quick, and I'm not going to keep going much longer. I do want to show you, though, the Opera browser. Let's fire up the internet, and I'm going on 3G now. I do not have Wi-Fi turned on the tilt, okay, which it has, and so I could be doing this at full speed Wi-Fi. And that's oh yeah, because it's a trial of Opera Mobile, since it's just an evaluation unit, which is going to be going back to them. So anyway, it's firing up on the AT&T 3G network, which is not the fastest in the world, because I only have 2 bars up here, as you can see, probably. But anyway, I am it's pulling up. It's actually pretty quick. It's loading up the page. This is real fast with Wi-Fi. I want to point that out. What I want to do, though, is back up so you can see how I'm interacting with the keyboard and the touchpad when I'm web browsing. So I've got the web browser here, so I could actually do page down, like on many keyboards, laptops. See how fast this is? And I'm seeing almost the entire page width. You can notice that too. And I don't know what what zoom I'm at now. Oops. Oh, display. Hello, if I pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm at 90% of the screen. So if you change it to 75%, I'm going to get a whole bunch more up there too. As you can see, it's going to re-render the entire page, I hope. Yeah, there we go. And look, it's all highly legible. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to zoom in so you can. Everything on that screen is readable. It's legible, and I'm seeing the entire jkOnTheRun width of the page. It's really awesome. It's fast. As I page down through, you'll see that. Now, scrolling down right now is slower than it was a minute ago because I've got so much more stuff on the screen. And remember, all the brains being used are in the tilt. So anyway, let's do the left menu button. Let's go to, I don't even know what bookmarks I have in this thing, but we're going to find out. Let's go to Engadget. There we go. We all know Engadget. Now this is going to load slowly because Engadget's slow on a 3G connection usually. So it's going to load up. I should have hooked up to Wi-Fi, but I wanted you to see how it worked in the field because that's where it's primarily going to be used. I mean, yeah, you can easily do this in a hotspot, Starbucks or whatever, too. Oh yeah, this is really Engadget slow on 3G. Of course, I've got it shrunk down to 75%, so it's also having to render a whole bunch of stuff. But here we go. It'll go fast now. MacBook Air hack unearths more relatively inaccessible USB connectors. Now, that's actually an important. It jogs my memory because one of the important things you can do with the Redfly, because of those two USB ports I showed you on the back, you can hook up a USB flash drive and use it as external storage for your phone, which is over here. Because it's, remember, we're connected via Bluetooth, and you can also connect via USB, which is faster than Bluetooth, although you can see there's no latency issues whatsoever with the Bluetooth connection. But if you connect it via USB, it will actually even charge the phone off of the Redfly. And that could be very handy for mobile professionals on business trips, for example. So anyway, if you put a USB key drive back there, you can interact with it. And it makes it a lot easier to get files in and out of your phone than having to deal with these little tiny mini SD, micro SD cards, you know, all these little tiny storage cards where you have to get them out, put them in, transfer them in. You don't have to mess with that. Just put the key in there. And that is a big productivity boost. So anyway, this is the Redfly. Let's fire up Adobe Reader. It comes with Adobe Reader 2.0. And mainly just so, let me make sure I can pull something up here that you're allowed to see, because I often have stuff you can't. Let's do this. I don't know what this is. It's some case study. So it's firing up the PDF, and it's a big PDF, as you can see. We're at the bottom of the page. Scrolling up with the trackpad. Zoom out a little bit so you can see a little more of the keyboard. The form factor of this device is really awesome, and it makes it interacting with it very simple. But you see how fast stuff happens, and this is a complex PDF. It's got lots of graphics which are coming in, lots of stuff going on. So anyway, that's Adobe PDF. So I've shown you, the Office mobile stuff, the web browsing, the email. Let's see if I ever got any email. It's a holiday weekend. There's not much. Nope, I still got no email. What's cool is, since this is interacting with the phone, and the phone is using Windows Mobile push email with my Exchange server, when I first connect up to check my email, I don't have to hook up, go connect, go poll my email account, see if I have any, Had I had any, it would already be showing up here. So in a few seconds, you can, as I showed you, you can power it on, connect to the smartphone, see your email, and go read it, respond, whatever, because I can easily touch type on this. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, this has been James Kendrick with a, let me disconnect here. We're disconnected already. Turn it off, throw it in the bag, and off we go. And the phone, as you can see, comes back instantly. So anyway, this has been, I'll turn it around so you can see me as I shut her down. Maybe you can see me too well, huh? But this has been James Kendrick with jkOnTheRun.com with a brief video overview look at the Celio Redfly Mobile Companion. I'm really impressed with this device, and quite frankly, while it's designed for the enterprise, and I can see it would be very applicable to enterprises to deploy these because they're a lot more secure. If somebody loses this, there's no data on it. They're not at risk at all. Support issues would be minimal because, as you can see, once you configure it to hook up via USB and Bluetooth, there's nothing in this thing really to fail. No connectivity issues. It's just toggles. It just connects right to the phone, and off you go. But since I use an Exchange server and I am a consultant, I can actually see the Redfly being very productive for me. And so I may actually buy one of these for myself when they go on sale. I think in May they're going to go on sale to enterprises and probably to the public. I mean, they won't, I don't think they'll deny you the ability to buy one, but you're not the people that it's aimed at. But I'm very impressed with this device. As a writing platform, this is phenomenal. So anyway, this has been James Kendrick with jkOnTheRun.com. Celio Redfly, love it, and we'll be back really, really soon. See you, everybody.